that bad. I would rather make love to Wendy Williams, okay? Okay.
Wow.
I would just, I would rather listen to a duet of Fergie and Carl Lewis singing a duet of the national anthem together, okay? Let me tell you. All right. I would rather watch Al Sharpton in a spelling bee. I don't know if you remember Al Sharpton get on national television spelling respect, RESPICT, but I remember it was embarrassing. It said black folk back 100 years. Okay, let me tell you. I was like, really? He was like, check the teleprompter, Reverend, now. Check the teleprompter. They set my guy up for failure, man. But the Royal Lights was terrible. Let me tell you what crazy, though. When my grandma died, the band got together one last time to sing a song to honor my grandmother, their fallen band member. And to my surprise, they sounded really good. It turns out my grandma was the problem the whole time. They might get a record deal now that they done got rid of my grandma dead weight. Now she done left me with my step grandmother. My grandfather, way before I was born, my grandfather and my grandmother got divorced. And my grandfather's currently married to a woman that's not my biological grandmother. And I feel real bad for her because recently she had to get both her legs amputated. She's a W amputee. I had to do it because she had bad circulation in her legs and was causing her to have a stroke. And I feel real bad for her. But I'm going to tell you who I feel the most sorry for. My grandfather. Because he's been married to this woman for like 30 years and he can't sweep off her feet no more. I know they can sit around and have a good time, but they can't kick it like they used to. Oh, ouch. And if he get into an argument with her, he can't be too disrespectful because she won't stand for that. You know what I'm saying? But there's benefits to this. Ever since the surgery, their relationship got better because she ain't trying to run things around the house. She ain't trying to walk all over my granddaddy no more. You know what I'm saying? She don't jump to conclusions anymore,
Oh, my.
I'm tallying up everybody that may be offended by having you on today, and I think we've had almost everybody. You're done good, man. You're done good.
Loose cannon. And I told you I was a jerk before I started the show, did I not?
At the beginning. He said it at the beginning.
I was being congratulatory, was I not? Come on, man.
Yes, you were. That's right.
So I'm just, if you offended, I don't know what to tell you, and you could have did something else. I told you from the beginning what to expect. And I'm just getting started. I'm really PG-13 stuff. I ain't did no R. Kelly jokes. We ain't talking about R. Kelly. It's famous for songs like I Believe I Can Fly and You Remind Me of My Jeep. But what it didn't tell you was the Jeep was a Fisher Price. That's what it didn't tell you. Okay. I was glad to see R. Kelly go to jail, not because he's a pedophile. I just think he's going to make a good album afterwards. That's what a lot of That's what a lot of the good singers do. I hope y'all, whoever listened to this, if you like this, I hope you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter as all three words, Comedian Loose Cannon. You can check my website, but I got a new website, y'all. It's comedianloosecannon.com. You can check that out for any up-and-coming events and, other things, Comedian Loose Cannon. We're not done yet. I'm still on here. I'm having a good time talking to y'all. And they ain't kicked me off yet. I'm a cruise ship comic. I got over an hour and a half worth of material. And, so we can keep going. I like to be educational, man. I like to teach people how to protect themselves from identity theft when I do my stand-up. And if you ever been concerned about identity theft, just do what I did and get yourself about $40,000 worth of student loans. All right. It works like a charm, people, or some other debt. Somebody stole my identity once and then they emailed it back with a link to creditrepair.com. Okay. But you know what you call a guy like me with $40,000 worth of student loans, fellas?
What do you call you?
Broke. That's what you call me. I'm so broke, if the rapture came tomorrow, I wouldn't be able to pay for my sin. I'm so broke, if I went on Wheel of Fortune, I'd never be able to buy a vow. I would have to solve with all consonants. For those that don't remember the lessons from grammar school, consonants are all the other letters in the alphabet that are not A, E, I, O, U. And sometimes, for those of you that said why, those are the people that graduated. You know?
There you go.
My credit's so bad, man. Yesterday I stepped on a scale and my weight and my credit score was the same number. You know? I remember in college, I was so broke, I used to eat my cereal with a fork. Not because I couldn't afford spoons. It was because I was trying to save the milk. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to have to stop you there because of time, not because we don't want to hear more. John, this sounds like somebody that we have to have back.
Oh, wow. Listen, bring me back. I'm just getting started. You know,
And just so you know, he told us up front. He told us at the beginning. So when we have him back, if we have him back in a couple of weeks, he will have already told us again.
I need all sorts of all forms of income in these pandemic streets. You know,
tell me about it.
I was on the cruise ship telling jokes, but right now ain't a slave ship, ain't a relationship, ain't a friendship, ain't a championship, ain't a companionship, ain't no kind of ship sailing right now.
Loose cannon. One more time, man. What are all those places people can catch you, man?
I'm on everything as Comedian Loose Cannon. I'm even on Cash App if you want to send me a little something. Y'all sign Comedian Loose Cannon. ComedianLoosecAnnon. Comedian Loose Cannon on everything. All right.
Comedian Loose Cannon, thank you for being on Golf is a Funny Game, and you will be with us again soon, I hope.
Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate y'all.
Our pleasure, man. Take it easy. Hey, it's John Ashton. I got to tell you, we're halfway through the first weekend of the NCAA March Madness tournament, and what happens? I am already mathematically eliminated from any contention in the office bracket pool. But not to worry, because I have covered my bases with MyBookie, mybookie.ag. You go there right now, use the promo code APPROACH, and you're going to grab yourself a 50% deposit bonus. That means they will match your initial bonus up to half of what you put in. MyBookie has several March Madness-focused contests, including but not limited to a $100,000 NCAA bracket challenge, which is $10 to enter, and a $10,000 bracket with only a $1 entry fee. MyBookie bonus playthrough requirements are often much lower than competitors on both the sportsbook and the casino side. So you're missing out if you're not there already. MyBookie.ag. Use the promo code APPROACH and get a 50% deposit bonus. MyBookie.ag. And hopefully you're going to do much better in March Madness than am I. You were warned. You were forewarned.
You were 5 warned.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say 5 or 6 warnings may still not have been enough.
But you're laughing, aren't you?
Yes, you are.
This is one of those situations. A guy like him makes you laugh even though you think you're not supposed to. You know, you're in the car by yourself, you're laughing your head off. If you're in the car with the kids, you're laughing a little bit, and then you check with them to make sure that
they at least understood half of what was being said. But if you're there with some of your uptight friends, you're not laughing at all. Oh, man. We do this every week. We're not sure why, but we do this every week.
Entertained?
We are. We have a fine young gentleman who is going to wrap this all up for you. But again, we thank MyBookie for sponsoring this episode. We thank you for listening to this episode, and we encourage you to go to approachshot.net and check out some of the other episodes that we have managed to get on and keep on.
That is true. And again, if you're new to us, and we know that there are a bunch of you who are new to us in the last couple of weeks, we invite you to take a listen to some of the earlier podcasts. Some of the great guests that we had would love to be heard by another new audience, and we'll be back again to do this next week.
We will. And in the interim, just keep in mind that the same people who invented golf and called it a game invented bagpipes and called it music.
And remember, too, life is a gift. Go open it.
You've been listening to The Approach Shot with the Weekend Golf Guys. If you like this week's episode, be sure to subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you download your podcasts. And find us on the web at approachshot.net.